Welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, S.W. Griffin. We're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe. He's involved in a lawsuit. He's being sued for $50 million by a female for sexual harassment, and she also accused him of rape. Those are some serious charges. $50 million is a lot of money. I don't even know if Shannon is worth that much, but he's probably worth quite a bit of money. He's a Hall of Famer. Pro Football Hall of Famer, and he has a large following on his podcast, Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, and I think he does one other podcast that he's also doing. So he's a pretty famous guy. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you a pattern that a guy like Shannon Sharpe, with his popularity and the following that he has, there are some things that you cannot do. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You cannot get mad at people if they make jokes, because you're part of the ecos of that system now. And they're going to make fun at you, and you can't get angry. He got angry at a comedian, Mike Epps, for making a joke at him. And Shannon got angry, so angry that he said he was going to roll up on Mike and do him some physical harm. Now, Mike responded to that, and I'm also going to play that video also. But the pattern is that when you get to be that well known, and you're bringing in the type of money that Shannon Sharpe is bringing in, you cannot engage in combative behavior with people just because they say something about you, nor can you threaten to roll up on them and do them physical harm. This is a pattern with him, and sometimes when you're that famous, and if you can't keep your emotions in check, people aren't going to have to do anything to you to get you out of the game. You're going to get yourself out of the game. This is what I'm talking about. Let's start talking about it right now. Let's get busy. This is the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, S.W. Griffin. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, so Shannon Sharpe is being sued for sexual harassment. And let me read this article from the Los Angeles Times report. Pro Football Hall of Famer and sports media personality Shannon Sharpe has been accused of raping a woman he had been in a consensual sexual relationship with in a lawsuit filed Sunday night in Clark County, Nevada. The woman, identified in the lawsuit as Jane Doe, is seeking $50 million in damages for claims of assault, sexual assault, battery, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress after multiple alleged non-consensual sexual encounters in her Las Vegas apartment between October and January. The lawsuit, filed under the pseudonym Jane Doe, lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and abuse, including allegations that Sharpe repeatedly threatened to choke and slap Jane Doe. Attorney Tony Busby said in a statement emailed to the Times on Monday. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all the allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail, the statement reads. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Sharpe addressed the matter Tuesday in his video posted to his Instagram account. This is a shakedown, said Sharpe, adding that he will sue his accuser and Busby for defamation and trying to take me down. According to the lawsuit, Sharpe and his accuser met while working out at a Los Angeles gym in 2023, when he was 54 and she was 20. Check that out. Let's make a point there. She was only 20 years old at the time. After which he incessantly pursued her for a couple of weeks before they started a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. During their relationship, the lawsuit alleges Sharpe was controlling and manipulative, with his accuser allegedly discovering over time that Sharpe was extremely emotional and possessed an uncontrollable temper. Sharpe's behavior demonstrates that he believes the plaintiff to be his personal property, possessed and owned by him, the lawsuit states. He also believes that the laws did not apply to him, that he could take what he wanted, and that no one could or would stop him. He was and is wrong. According to Davis' statement, the consensual sex between Sharpe and his accuser continues until January 2nd. It also includes several examples of sexually explicit text messages allegedly sent by the accuser to Sharpe. Now, what I want to say about this is this. This is a pattern with Shannon Sharpe. Look, we had him threaten comedian Mike Epps that he was going to roll up on him and doing physical harm because Mike Epps had made a joke about Shannon Sharpe. Well, this is the thing. When you're in that ecosystem, when you are a popular person that is out there in that entertainment ecosphere, you are going to get punches from people. They're going to take shots at you and they're going to make jokes. You have to be like a duck with down feathers and let it roll off you like water off a duck, because that is just the nature of the game. If you are popular and famous, people are going to poke fun of you. They're going to take shots at you, and you can't let that disturb who you are and what you're trying to accomplish in life and in the game that you're in. This is something that Shannon Sharpe has not learned, and we're going to show these things to be true later on in the video. And people need to understand that this is a pattern with him. It's a pattern. It's a pattern of a guy who is out of control, who does not have any mental control of his mental faculties at all. He is a loose cannon. He is a wildfire burning out of control, and people will try to take you down. So let's get to the next video. So if you're a comedian or you're a famous person, you've gained a certain amount of popularity, you're going to get made fun of. People are going to take pop jokes at you. They're going to take shots at you. They're going to make jokes about you. And you have to be prepared to take that stuff and let it roll off your back like water on a duck's feathers and just keep it moving. It's just part of the game. It's part of being famous. It's part of that whole entire ecosystem. No one is immune from it. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let you hear this clip and watch this clip with comedian Mike Epps responding to Shannon Sharpe, talking about he wants to roll up on Mike and do him some harm. Take a listen.
Now wait a minute. Now I know Shay. I don't know what grown ass man got a name named Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you was sitting there with Kat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know. I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, you know, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass on TV. So you shut up. And Shay, you did look like Medea sitting there. You was looking zesty. I'm not saying you gay, but you was looking zesty. You look like Big Frida sitting there. You need to take them tight ass shirts off with the muscles. And that's it. Go check out my special February the 20th on Netflix. February 20th on Netflix is called I'm Ready to Sell Out. Because being a real dude ain't making no money right now.
So, from what we can see from that clip right there, Mike Epps is talking about Shannon Sharpe rolling up on him because he didn't like what he said. Look, here's what you need to understand, people. The laws in this country state that if you swing on another person, even if you don't hit them, that is an assault and they can press charges against you and have you put in jail. If you swing on a person and you hit them, it is a combined charge of assault and battery. Assault and battery. You can do jail time for that. So the last time I saw somebody physically fight, was over 35 years ago. And the next time I was in my 20s and I'm walking outside of a nightclub, and these two dudes were about 20 yards away shooting crap underneath a light pole, a street light. And one guy claims that the other guy cheated him out of 50 cents. So the guy that claimed the other guy cheated him out of 50 cents pulled out a metal rod, and started beating the guy with it. And the guy that was getting beat with the metal rod stumbled back, and he whipped out a switchblade and cut this guy with the metal rod in the neck, hit the jugular vein, the main vein in his neck, and blood started just spurting out, and he ended up dying from it. I watched the whole thing. And so it goes to trial, and the judge rules, and the guy that had the switchblade that defended himself from getting beat to death with a metal rod, because he did not instigate the fight. He was protecting himself. And from what I seen, if he hadn't have did something soon, he would have got beat to death with that metal rod. So people don't fight anymore. And the judge ruled in this guy's favor because he was protecting himself. And the law states that if you swing on another man for any reason, that's assault. If you swing and you hit them, that's assault, a combined charge of assault and battery. And you can do jail time for it. Now, if that person that you're swinging on and you're trying to hit, even if you don't hit them and they pull out a gun or a knife and stab or shoot you, they don't get any time for it because they're protecting themselves. It's self-defense. It is a crime of self-defense. So you cannot be rolling up on people, threatening to do them physically harm and fight people. And this is what Mike Epps was saying in this clip. I don't fight no more. I don't know if I don't fight no more. So there's only one or two things going to happen. Blank, 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 blank. And he was talking about shooting the gun. That's what he was referring to. See, it's like the movie Tombstone with me. You talking about you going to fight me? No, nobody fights anymore. What they'll do is they'll pull out a gun, shoot you in the head, and do you like Doc Holliday did Johnny Ringo in the movie Tombstone. Say, come on, you ain't no Daisy, at all. While you falling to the ground with a bullet in your head. So it sure doesn't make good sense to me that Shannon Sharpe would threaten the guy to roll up on the guy and physically fight him. See, just because you work out and you got muscles, people don't care about your muscles no more. They don't care about how many Super Bowl rings you have, and you got 3 of them, and they don't care that you're a Hall of Famer, that you're in the Hall of Fame. You talking about physically harming a guy like Mike Epps, who's got a wife and children, a beautiful wife and children, and you think you're going to roll up on him and beat him up? No, you're not. He's going to shoot you. He's going to shoot you in the head. That sounds cruel, but it is. And he won't do a day because Mike Epps is smart enough to let you swing on him first, and he'll whip out a gun and blow you away. People don't fight anymore. And that's ridiculous for a man of Shannon Sharpe's stature. And he claims to be as smart as he is, talking about rolling up on somebody and throwing punches at his age. That's just ridiculously stupid. It ain't smart at all. But it's a pattern, and that's why I'm talking about it. It's a pattern with Shannon Sharpe. But let's continue. That's my Michelle. Now that's a clip of Shannon Sharpe having sex on IG Live, Instagram Live. For some reason, supposedly he started out saying that his Instagram account was a hack. Then he finally admitted that it was he himself, and he was supposedly having sex with a girl and maybe he threw the phone on the bed and it was pointed toward the wall, but he was grunting and growling. The video went on longer than what I played, the clip that I played. But the thing that I want to bring out about this is that this is a pattern. It's a pattern of illicit, stupid behavior. It is a pattern of behavior from a guy who claims to be all that in a bag of chips and have it all together and supposed to be so smart. But yet he's a loose cannon in his personal life. He's letting stuff slip out on the internet that shouldn't have slipped out. Why would you allow something like that to be posted of you supposedly having sex with a girl on IG Live? It's a pattern. You threaten a comedian, talk about you're going to roll up on him and beat him up. Then you have stuff on IG Live. And now the latest thing is this lawsuit where he's getting sued for $50 million. This is not a guy that I can see and look at and say, hey, he is brilliant. He's smart. He's intelligent. I see a big, dumb, black ignorant man who runs his mouth, who sells whiff tickets, who likes to try to bully people, and he can't keep his act together. Now, from what I'm seeing in this pattern is a man that's going to fall, and he's going to fall hard because he is not intelligent enough to handle the notoriety and popularity that he has. He has not the common sense and the wherewithal to keep his business clean and to keep himself from being spotted. And like I said, he likes to bully people. Are you crazy? People don't fight anymore. Like I said, they shoot. They don't fight. You can't be rolling up, think you're going to roll up on somebody and fight them. They'll pull out a gun and shoot you. But this is the pattern. It's a pattern of a man that's out of control. You may think that he's brilliant and he's smart because he runs his mouth and he talks loud and he has a lot of bluster in what he says and everything. But his actions are showing that he is not a brilliant man at all. He cannot control his emotions, whether it's his sexual emotions, whether it's his mental emotions. He can't control himself at all. He is a loose cannon. He is a wildfire that's burning out of control, and he's gonna end up out of the game if he doesn't get his act together. He's going to be out of the game. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to play you one more clip. And this is the clip of him talking to the girl who actually has filed a lawsuit against him for $50 million.
Anything I say, you're just going to get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
So in that statement, Mr. Shannon Sharpe talking about OnlyFans models. Are you dealing with OnlyFans models? Are you crazy? Are you insane? OnlyFans? Those are women of ill repute. Those are women who get naked that'll show their butt cracks, their clit. They'll show the inside of the vagina if they had a camera that's small enough to go up there and film it. And you're fooling with women of that caliber, and you're making the type of money that you make. You are insane. That is insanity. When there are very high-class women out there that you could be dealing with. See, the thing is that he's attracted to smut. Mr. Sharpe is attracted to smut. He's attracted to sluts. He's attracted to whores. And that is a detriment to who he is. It's going to bring him down, because when you start fooling with women of that caliber, they are looking for something. They are looking for money. Even the average girl on the streets, when she sees a guy with an expensive car, she gravitates toward it because they're looking to be taken care of. And you're fooling with OnlyFans models, people of that ilk, people of that caliber. You're asking for trouble, sir. You're asking for trouble. But nevertheless, I digress. Yes, you do. You do want to be choked. You ain't got a choice in the matter. When I see you, I'm going to choke the crap out of you, girl. You ain't got a choice in the matter. I'm just going to choke you. If that ain't a guy that's out of control, I don't know what is. And he thinks he's beyond the law. He thinks he's beyond reproach. He thinks that he can't be touched. This is a guy that has allowed his own press to feed his ego. He's being fooled by his own press that he is an untouchable entity out there and no one can touch him. They're going to bring you down, because no one is untouchable. Everybody can be touched. No one is above reproach. No one except Jesus Christ. If you ain't Jesus Christ, then you're not above reproach. Let's get this thing straight here. This is not a smart guy. He may talk a good game. He may be blusterous and sell wolf tickets and threaten people and talking about rolling up on comedians and beating them up. That is not the mark of a smart guy. That's a guy that wants to lose his life. That's a guy that wants to, that's heading toward ending it all and ending it all in a big ball of flames. That's a guy that's wanting to flame out and burn up. Because anybody in their right mind that has attained the popularity that he has with over 5 million subscribers to his podcast would not be doing that. Would not be behaving the way he's behaving. He can't handle it. He's not a smart guy. He's a loudmouth, bullyish, blusterous guy with a lot of bluster, and some people are attracted to that. But he's not acting like a guy that got his mental act together. He's not acting like a guy who has all his mental faculties working perfectly. That's just not the guy who he is. And you're beginning to see it in this lawsuit with this girl. It may damage him completely. If ESPN keeps him around during this period, it's going to damage them. And I don't care what Stephen A. Smith and all the other people say, trying to take up for him. When you're trying to take up for stuff like that, you're just as guilty. You're just as guilty. And you can't take up for people who behave that way in their personal lives. You just can't. You're putting your cards, you're putting all your money on the wrong horse, buddy. And that horse is going to flame out. It's not going to pass the finish line. It's going to flame out. That is insane for him to say that he's going to choke that girl and she don't even have a choice in the matter. I'm just going to choke the crap out of you. You ain't got a choice. So, with that being said, and looking at the evidence and looking at the pattern that this man has been going through from one incident to another shows that he is not in control of his emotions. It's all about selling wolf tickets, being blusterous. It's all about just being loud and obnoxious and trying to bully people. And that is not going to cut it in today's society, because people will find a way to take you down. They will find a way to take you down. And so you got this flame out there, this candle out there that's burning. And it's burning bright, but it ain't going to burn for long. Because people will not tolerate this stuff. And this woman has had the wherewithal to record that phone call, and now it's making him look bad. So he can say all the stuff in the lawsuit is not relevant, but it is relevant because you're portraying yourself in a phone call that you didn't know was being recorded. And it makes you look bad. It makes you look like a guilt. It makes you look like the person that she said that all the things she said you did to her in the lawsuit is true. It looks true. See, you need to watch who you pattern yourself after. You need to watch who you make your heroes. See, there are many people out there that I admire. I admire Michael Jordan. I really do. His athletic skills. I admire his business acumen. I admire Charles Barkley. I don't agree with Charles all the time, but I admire Charles because of the way that he handles himself. Even though sometimes I disagree with his insights on games that he's calling. I don't agree with it. But hey, I love I love his demeanor. I admire his intelligence. I admire that he carries himself in such a way that he's not putting himself on a pedestal and he's not doing stupid stuff out in public to destroy his reputation. I admire Shaquille O'Neal. I think he's a very smart guy. You look at all those people, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Charles Barkley that are on that TNT broadcast, NBA broadcast. I admire all those guys because they're all very intelligent guys. They really are. But you cannot threaten people and bully top comedians in the industry talking about you're going to roll up on them and beat them up and then expect not to catch some flack. That's a pattern. It's a pattern of stupidity. It's a pattern of straight stupidity. And I don't see Shannon lasting long. I don't see him last long because he isn't carrying himself with the proper attitude and the proper demeanor that will cause him to last very long. He just isn't. That's what I see. That's my take on the whole thing. This lawsuit is going to play out. and he's saying that he's being targeted and he's being set up and all this stuff. I don't know about all that. That little phone call that she recorded says a whole lot. It says a whole lot. It tells a story. It tells the story of a pattern, one pattern after another pattern after another pattern. This is who Shannon Sharpe is. He's a loudmouth, blusterous guy who thinks that he can bully people. And I believe he used those same bully tactics on this girl. I personally believe that. Can't say that he did, but from what that phone call says a lot, says it is possible that he did do it. And I think she has a good lawsuit, especially with that bit of evidence of that little short phone call right there. You bring that before court and bring that before a bunch of people who are the jurors, and they're going to be looking at that and they're going to believe her. They're going to believe her because you told that woman she don't have a choice in the matter. She going to get choked. It's that simple. That's all I have for you today. That's my take on it. You can look at it any way you want. I'd like to hear your comments in the comment page, on the comment section. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm your host, S.W. Griffin of the Hear Me Out podcast, because you need to hear me out. I got some things to say, and I believe in the truth, and the truth will make you free. God is truth. God is not only having truth. God doesn't only know the truth. God himself is truth. Peace.